Annie was slammed to the ground hard by her husband. All around them, people just stood there, blank-eyed, as if nothing was happening. Then, her husband leaned over and spat a strange, thick fluid onto her. That's when it hit her. Her husband, and everyone else here, had been infected. The virus didn't take over right away. It hid deep inside, waiting, and when the host finally fell asleep, it would rewrite their cells, transforming them into emotionless, new humans. Annie broke free and ran. When she reached the main street, her heart nearly stopped. Everywhere she looked, faces pale, eyes vacant, like the entire city had turned into The Walking Dead. Police were rounding up anyone still normal. Some couldn't bear the horror and ended their own lives. After studying the infected, Annie realized the only visible difference was in their eyes, and the absence of emotion. So she forced herself to stay calm. No fear, no tears, nothing to give her away. But the infected were tightening their grip on the city, setting up quarantine zones where the healthy were slowly infected one by one. By some miracle, Annie slipped through their net. Now she had only one goal: find her son. She boarded the subway to her husband's place, but halfway there, a wave of exhaustion crashed over her. Inside her body, the virus was trying to rewrite her genes. She jolted herself awake, rushed into the restroom, splashed cold water on her face, fighting to stay conscious. When she finally reached the station, her husband was already waiting. To sell her cover, Annie subtly showed the clear, sticky residue on her hand. He didn't suspect a thing. At his apartment, she found her son, and to her relief, he was still human. The reason? When he was younger, he'd survived meningitis, and it had made him immune to the virus. Annie was overjoyed, but there was no time to celebrate. She took his hand and slowly made for the door. Her mother-in-law was glued to the TV, making this the perfect chance to slip out. But just as Annie closed the door behind them, the sound caught her mother-in-law's attention.
Security. Yes, he's outside the building.